Today I am doing a video on getting the most out of your Disney World vacation. Usually I do book reviews, but I wanted to add some travel reviews on here too, especially since we just went to Disney World this week. And on my way down there, I watched a ton of videos about the do's and don'ts while you're at Disney World, so I wanted to make my own. Definitely my first do is going to be staying at a Walt Disney Resort. I've stayed at Pop Century, Fort Wilderness, and Port Orleans before, but this time we stayed at the Art of Animation Resort, and it's exactly as it sounds. It's a resort that has a ton of animations around it. It features The Little Mermaid, Lion King, Cars, and Finding Nemo, and we got to stay in the Little Mermaid rooms, and we absolutely loved it. It was so cute, and also the Art of Animation Resort has the largest pool out of all the resorts in Disney World, so that was awesome as well too. So the perks of staying at a resort is that you get to participate in extra magic hours at the park, so that totally makes it worth it. You can stay longer or sometimes go in earlier than the rest of the crowds that are coming in just because you're staying at a Walt Disney World resort. So that was totally worth it for us. And also you get the transportation to the resort, so you don't have to worry about parking your car or how to get there. You literally just get on one of their buses that they have that goes to all of the parks, and you can just bring your magic band, and you don't have to worry about bringing a purse or anything like that. It's so easy to hop on and off the buses to get to all the parks. So that is my first do, is definitely stay at one of the Walt Disney resorts. Budget, you should definitely get a Park Hopper Pass. So the Park Hopper Pass is exactly as it sounds. You can hop between the parks as much as you want. So we got the 3-day pass for the 4 resorts. So for Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, between those 3 days, we could basically go back and forth between the parks and however many times we wanted to come and go as we pleased. So that was definitely a great thing that we did. We could go to Epcot in the morning, Magic Kingdom at night, and whenever they were doing the extra magic hours, for example, Magic Kingdom was open one night till 1 a.m., we were able to leave one park and go back at night to Magic Kingdom to take advantage of those extra magic hours. So if it's within your budget, definitely get a Park Hopper Pass, and also take advantage of the fast passes that are offered. I believe if you're staying at a Walt Disney Resort, you can book your fast passes 60 days ahead of time, and you should definitely download the My Disney Experience app for your phone. That links directly to your fast passes. That way you can see what times your fast passes are for. You can also order food on your My Disney Experience app, and you can also see the wait times at the parks. So for example, if we were at our resort and I wanted to see how long the rides, the wait times were at like Magic Kingdom, I could look on my phone and see, is it really busy right now at Magic Kingdom, or could we get a few rides in? So book your fast passes ahead of time and do your research before you book the fast pass to see what rides you want to do. Because I did not do that, and I knew that I wanted to go to Pandora at Animal Kingdom, but I accidentally booked a fast pass for the river cruise thing that's at Pandora rather than the Flight of Passage. So the Flight of Passage was super busy since it just opened, so I had accidentally booked the wrong ride. So definitely do your research before you pick out your fast passes. And when you're doing your fast passes, one thing that I realized is if you get to the resort right when it opens, so even if there's extra magic hours and they open at 7 a.m., which we got to do that at Hollywood Studios, there's not much of a wait time yet. So you are only waiting about 10 minutes in line to get onto the rides that you really want to go on. So if you're doing the fast pass, it's probably better to book your fast passes around like 12 and 2 when the parks are the most busy, because at that time the rides are taking about an hour and a half to get on. So if you have a fast pass, you can kind of skip that line, and then if you get there early in the morning, you can knock a few rides out then. So it's not really worth it to do the fast passes in the morning since the lines aren't that long yet. Another thing that you should definitely do is plan for the food at Disney World. All the food there was amazing, and not even just the fancy restaurants like Be Our Guest, but just the ones that you walk up to and just order food. They were all really good, and I did see a lot of families carrying around big coolers and of lunch and like sandwiches that they brought, and they're having to take those on all the rides and carry them around all day. And I think it's worth it to go ahead and plan, to be buying food, because one, the food's amazing and that's part of the Disney World experience, and two, you don't want to have to carry a lunchbox around all day. So I would definitely plan for food within your budget. Okay, so for my last tip is to plan to be walking around a lot. So you will need comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes. Sometimes you will get wet because the rides can be water rides. So shoes that you can get wet in, that you're not going to be upset if your clothes get wet. And also you're going to be walking a bunch. So keep in mind that at the Disney World parks, if you go up to any of like the concession stands and ask for ice water, they'll give it to you for free. So you don't have to be paying $4 for bottled water there. They'll give you ice water for free to keep you hydrated, and you're going to be walking around a bunch, so you'll definitely want to take advantage of the free water that they give. And also, you know, when you're keeping in mind the comfortable clothes and everything, there were so many people going into the parks with, you know, high heels on, their hair curled, and tons of makeup on. You're going to be sweating, you're going to be walking around a bunch, so you want to really wear the comfortablest outfit and, you know, not heels or a face full of makeup. You're going to be getting wet and sweaty, so just be prepared for that. And then let me know if you have any other tips or anything I didn't touch on. We'll go to Disney World again, so I'd love to hear any tips and tricks that you guys have. Thanks.